Hello crafty friends, it's Brenda from Stamping with the CopperCropper. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I hope you enjoy watching today's quick tip video. This video is on how to use Stampin' Up's sponges and water-based inks to make beautiful sunrise and sunset waterfront scenes. For this card I used the new Lily Pad Lake stamp set that was just released in the 2018 annual catalog. I went ahead and I've die cut and prepared our paper by heat embossing it using the stamp that looks like rippling water. If you're not familiar with heat embossing, you can watch my quick tips video number 12, and that will explain how to use the stamp emboss powder and the Versamark ink to heat emboss. Now, we're going to start with sponging some ink on. I'm using the Stampin' Up sponges. They come in 3-packs. I like to cut mine up into quarters to make them easier to manage. We're going to start by doing the water, and I'm going to use 2 different colors of ink for the water. I'm going to use the Balmy Blue, which is part of our new color, a new color in our new color families under the color revamp. And I'm going to use the Blueberry Bushel, which is part of our 1820 in color collection. I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to just swipe a little bit of the 2 inks on. Now I'm using this silicone pad because I can put the inks next to each other and get a couple of colors on my sponge at one time. When you do this, you need to make sure that you start off the paper. The reason you want to do that is if you start sponging directly on the paper, you're going to have a very harsh line. So you want to start off the paper on your scrap paper or mat, and you want to go in circular motions. You want to use a very, very light touch. So you can see I'm going to go a little around and around, a little circle. Now I'm going to lightly rub some of this ink over it. And you can see my lines are starting to come up. I'm going to continue to work my ink around and around in the circular motion. I can go back and I can pick up a little more so that I can make it darker or lighter. I'm just working over where I've embossed it. Trying not to put my hand in front of the screen. I have a tendency to start my crafting and forget that I'm trying to show people something. Okay, now that I have some water there, you can see the lines in the water. Now I'm going to use a couple of different color inks. This is Pineapple Punch. I'm also going to use Grapefruit Grove and just the smallest bit of the Lovely Lipstick, which is a very strong color. This time I've just got the one color down to begin with. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Pineapple Punch. Again, I'm going to start off the paper and I'm going to go around in circular motions and I'm going to lightly begin adding just a little bit of yellow to my scene. Now, I'm going to leave some white spots and they'll get inked with the next color. I'm just using a very, very light touch because I just want a little bit of the yellow. Now I'm going to go back with the Grapefruit Grove and I'll pick up a little yellow too, a little of the Pineapple Punch. And again, I'm starting off my paper, circular motions. I'm just going to fill in a few of those spots. Trying not to touch my water because I don't want to make green here or purple. Well, purple would be pretty, but I don't want too much. Okay, I'm going to add a little tiny bit of lovely lipstick here, because this is really, really strong. Now I'm going to add some of this. Just going to keep on working it in. You can see I got a little bit of pink out there, which I like. I think the sunsets are beautiful when they turn that pinkish purple shade. I want a little bit more pineapple punch. I'm going to go back and add that. A little bit heavier hand this time and get that all swirled in. And maybe a little bit more orange there. And now I have a sunrise or sunset scene that can be added on to a card. I've used the lakeside framelits to cut the blue herring and some grass, and I did them in black because I wanted it to look like they were silhouetted at night as the sun went down. You can see this is a sunset with a little bit more pink and purple colors, where this one I went a little heavier with the grapefruit and the pineapple punch and got more of a, I would say, sunrise. But that's how you create a sunrise or a sunset background scene using your Stampin' Up! Sponges and water-based inks. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip. Happy stamping!